Well, I'm your host, Jessie Allison, and I am here with Marissa Williams. She is the CEO of Girl Scouts River Valleys, and I'm so honored to take your time tonight at this Changemaker event.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Rochester is a little bit of a drive. I've done it a few times.
You're
so
very
I
sweet.
appreciate you coming to St. Paul.
Oh my gosh. Anything. Yeah, the only thing different is we're so spoiled down there. There's no parking problems and no traffic.
I know. Yeah. We have all the parking problems and all the traffic.
That's true. That's true. Although I don't work downtown in Rochester, they've got some parking issues. Sorry, guys. I work on the edge of town. Well, I just want to hear about your story a little bit. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your role here.
Sure. So I am 3 years new to Minnesota and 3 years new to Girl Scouting.
Wow.
And so I like to refer to myself as a recovering banker. And so this is the better side of life. And so
Nice.
absolutely loving the opportunity that I get to really create opportunities for our young people to see themselves in the future, right? I always think about our girls who didn't know that Girl Scouting was for them.
Yeah.
And now I get to come to a brand new city and really just kind of reimagine what that experience can be for them and introduce them to something that absolutely belongs to them.
Yes, it absolutely to every girl, and it's such an incredible experience. I'm kind of on a mission. Girl Scouts is like my favorite.
Love it.
I'm like a huge Girl Scout nerd, but I am kind of on a mission to let people know what they do still today. I think sometimes people think, oh, I don't know, maybe they still sell cookies, but they're doing more than ever before, and it includes, I feel like, even more than ever before.
Absolutely. And so I think if I had one statement that I could play as a broken record, it would be Girl Scouts are so much more than cookies, camps, and crafts. We are focused on leadership development, workforce development, and college and career readiness. Because whether employers today know it or not, we are helping to build and support the next workforce generation.
Yes.
So join us and help us to build the core competencies that they need. Because sooner rather than later, they're going to be showing up in your application pool.
Yes,
and
they
we
are.
want to make sure that they are ready and you are ready to receive them.
You know, one thing I hear a lot when I'm out interviewing people or just talking to different organizations is communication. Oh, communication and this generation and, you know, kind of post-COVID, I feel like Girl Scouts is a place where that can really be cultivated. Tell me a little about that.
So, you know, when you think about communication, and I'm going to date us a little bit, right? Because they talked about soft skills. When I was in college, they said, oh, like, that's not really what you need. You need the technical skills. And now the flip is they have the technical skills.
Right.
They need to know how to communicate in person, how to communicate via email. Like, hey is probably not the best start for an email for your boss, right?
Right.
And being able to understand what is a firm handshake. What do you need to do when you talk to people? How do you build trust? You look people in the eye. You use their first name. And I tell our young people, as young as daisies, you have to say your name with such power because it is the most important thing that will ever come out of your mouth. And so if they can have that confidence at 5 years old, they're going to be unstoppable by 21.
Seriously, unstoppable when I think of those skills. And we are cookies as well, but we're, like I just lumped me in there. We are too. I'm a lifetime Girl Scout,
Hey,
so
it's we.
It's
It is we.
It's we.
We're talking about it.
But those, you know, that's just one example of a place where you are put in an uncomfortable situation where you need to speak to strangers, and we have to do that and do that and do that so they have confidence.
Absolutely. And so you have to teach advocacy. It's not just, advocacy does not start and end with ideas and politics.
Yeah.
It starts with you. How are you advocating for yourself, for your voice? And then turning around and saying, okay, I also need to make sure I can advocate for my friends appropriately as well.
Yeah.
Because I would love to be able to help build a generation of girls that look to each other, not necessarily for the opportunities in their friend, but look at their friends for the strengths that they have and figure out how can I pull from that and how can I build, right? Because we need to build coalitions with each other because it's about collaboration, not competition.
No,
There's enough space
no.
for all of us.
There is. I love that. I love talking to people who believe that as well. And there is, and I think in the past, there's been kind of a like, it's going to be me or you.
Yeah.
So I got to push you down so I can, right? No. This is we rise together.
Yes.
And girls really learn in Girl Scouts to go, okay, I'm really good at this, but you're really good at this, and she's really good at that. Let's do this together. Yeah.
Together. And When you said that, I was thinking about, we had highest awards in Mankato a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I always tell our highest awardees, there are silver awardees and our gold awardees, high school and middle school girls, I said validation is for parking. It's not for you.
Ooh,
Right?
I like that.
Because we want to make sure that our young people feel secure, they feel appreciated, the work that they're doing they feel seen.
Yeah.
But we don't need to put a validation stamp on it, because if you feel good about it, it's good enough.
And that is what matters at the end of the day, isn't
Absolutely.
it? You know, as much as you love any job that you have, you know, they'll let you work as hard as you want, and they'll also forget about you when
Yeah.
you're gone. So you have to own that
You
and
have
know
to
that,
own that.
yeah, be proud of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just want to talk to you all night, but there's like a whole crowd of people out there that want to talk. Anything you'd like to leave us with about Girl Scouts, and maybe okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions. All right, how we could get involved if we're like, okay, this is an amazing organization. I didn't know this was still going on. How can I connect? And if I have a kid who is in that age.
Absolutely. So you can go to our website, girlscoutsrv.org, and you can join a troop. All you have to do is put your information in there, and we'll help find a troop that's in your zip code for you. And then you can also, if you are a teen or a tween, we have developed a Girl Scout Leadership Institute, and we will soon be bringing that to Rochester. Right now, we just expanded to Mankato. We have it here at St. Kate's in the Twin Cities, and it's really about how do we meet our teens and tweens where they are, because most people think Girl Scouts stops at fifth grade. Right? It's a K-12 program, and we have so much work that we want to do with our teens and tweens to make sure that they're ready, not just for workforce, but also for college and career.
Yes, and that they go in with that confidence of, another thing I love about Girl Scouts is that they allow you to fail. You know, you
Absolutely.
try a whole bunch of things and you fail and you go, oh, it really wasn't that big of a deal.
No.
Nobody even really is looking.
Because perfection is boring. Let's be honest. Like, nobody's striving for that. Let's just fail forward and fail together.
Yes.
And keep it moving.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I have to tell you a short little story about when I was working for Girl Scouts, and I went and I brought girls ice skating, and it was like, come and see what Girl Scouts is about, and everyone went ice skating, and I'd never been ice skating, and I was probably like 42 at the time. And this little girl says to me, why aren't you ice skating? And I said, well, I'm scared. I've never done it before. I might fall. She goes, if you're not falling, you're not learning. And I was like, give me those skates.
There we go.
Yeah, so she
From
was
the mouth of
teaching me.
babes. Yep, we learn.
All
Yes.
right. Thank you so much, Marissa, and I look forward to a wonderful night honoring Changemakers, both adults and students.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
To support young girls. We are gathered to celebrate the changemakers who have put their time and effort into our shared belief that when girls are trusted to lead, communities grow stronger. The Girl Scouts River Valley serves more than 30,000 girls across 49 counties, including right here in the city of St. Paul. Every day, those girls are learning and growing.
I get to be a part of a community of girls who are growing, who are thriving, and who are becoming women who will open more doors and more opportunities. But I was committed to my Gold Award, Planted, where I connect girls to their culture and make sure that their voices are heard.